Pete here from Scoot Masters. How are you guys going? Me? Well, I'm pleased you asked. I'm doing sensational. I'm excited. Now, you guys know that I get excited quite easily, but I think I'm probably more excited than I've ever been today regarding this brand spanking new scooter from the Voltrium library. Now, the reason I'm so excited about this is their brand new convertible. Now, convertible means that it can be ridden either seated or standing up. Now, this is the very first time that Voltrium have ever released a stand-up scooter. Now, we've been out testing this the last 3 or 4 days, and I've got to tell you guys, we are suitably impressed. It is a big, powerful beast. It's a rear drive, chain-driven motor that peaks at 6 kilowatts, a massive 60 volt, 50 amp hour battery. But get a load of this, gang, a 100 amp controller. Oh my God, I'm not mistaken, 100 amp controller. Hey, listen, let's give you guys a little bit of a walk around this thing. Then we're going to show you some footage of the scooter in motion. Let's do it. All right, guys, pay attention because we've got a lot to cover today on this scoot. The very first thing we're going to talk about, brand new from Voltrium, is this slide up and down stem. Now, this allows you to ride the scoot in both the stand-up and the seated position. Now, they do come standard with the seat. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the video. A couple of other points worth noting, guys. Full hydraulic brakes front and rear. Full regenerative brakes front and rear. Also, gang, look at this. Manual cruise control. I think it's double click for on, click for off. So you can control the cruise control manually. That is absolutely fabulous. You know, most scooters, the settings are automatic and you let the throttle go and, oh my God, the scooter keeps going because the cruise control's on. This one, you can double click it off. Guys, let's just have a quick look at these headlights if you wouldn't mind focusing down there, Miss Zoe. Some beautiful double headlights there. Very, very bright. Having said that, the scooter probably could benefit from some aftermarket lights, and I think they're pretty good. Like, they're not bad. Hey, listen to this horn, guys. Listen to this. You know what? Because most pedestrians these days have got those earbuds in their ears, and they don't hear you coming. They'll definitely hear this. All right, guys. So also something that's unique to Voltrium scooters is they have a semi-twist. Twist grip throttle right here. And if you've got the scooter turned on, it's going to take off. I'll just shut that off. We're not even going to cut that out. A semi-twist grip throttle right here, guys. Now, I find these throttles, look, they're pretty good. Sometimes, until your hand gets used to them a little bit, sometimes you find that you might get a little bit crampy using them, but once you've been riding it for a week or two, you just seem to get used to it. I quite like them. The power delivery on these things is super smooth. I've never ridden a scooter with such power delivery, and considering that this motor peaks at 6,000 watts, you don't really want that coming on hard. So, hey Zoe, can we come around and have a look at this beautiful display? This is one of my favourite displays on any scooter that I've ever ridden. It's visible in the daylight, gives you reference to all the information that you need. And I just like them. They're simple, they're bright, and they're effective. So this is a 60 volt scooter, and it's a 50 amp hour battery. Now, I've spoken about that before. Now, I believe the 50 amp hour battery is, once again, it's the biggest battery in any scooter that I've ever ridden. And I doubt there's any scooters with a bigger battery available in Australia. There may be. If there is, please let me know. I've never heard of one, which means if you're a big fat bugger like me, 100 kilo, you're going to get 100 kilometres range out of this thing. No more range anxiety for you guys. I guess one of the things I've always loved about Voltrium, and we've got a few in our fleet, is the build quality. Just have a look at this stem. The dual stem here. Now, all this is steel, guys. All this is steel. This is steel. The bars are steel. The deck's steel. The chassis is steel. All these suspension components are steel, right? Now, what happens when you've got a scooter that's made out of steel? Well, you get a very strong scooter with no crappy cast iron bits in it. So these scooters with the big 50 amp hour battery in them are heavy. They're around 57 kilo and they are a two-man lift. Now, this is the downside of a big, bad scooter like this. They are quite heavy. So if you are regularly lifting these in and out of the back of your car, you are going to need some assistance. But if you're the sort of person that loves to go on long adventures on weekends, man, you cannot go past this thing. Now, the cost of these scooters with the big 50 amp hour battery in it is $5,750. No, they're not a cheap scooter for sure, but they are a quality scooter. We've had 3 or 4 Voltriums in the Scootmasters fleet. We've never had an issue with one of them. We do love the product. More importantly though, we love the after-sales service that you get from this company. Absolutely second to none. All right guys, we're going to show you guys some ride footage now, and then we're going to talk to our stunt pilot Dave Smith that's been out riding this thing today and see what Dave's got to say about it. Check this out.
Introducing the very first convertible scooter designed from the ground up to accommodate both seated and stand-up riding positions. The Voltrium Pro Plus seat is uniquely designed to be installed or removed very quickly without additional tools. And the handlebars? They slide up and down easily too, to accommodate switching between being seated and standing with just a single Allen key. The ease of switching means you can change your stance at any time. You might be wondering, well, how am I going to store the seat when I'm on the move? But I've got a trick up my sleeve I'll tell you later. We all know the build quality of Voltrium scooters is top notch. Made from an aluminium and steel construction with no cast components, you can feel confident that no parts will crack under pressure. This does, however, increase the weight of the overall scooter, with the 50 amp hour model weighing in at 57 kilograms. For most people, you will require help lifting this scoot safely into the back of a vehicle. However, I do have news that the team at Voltrium are working on a car ramp and a tow bar device to help transport their range. Speaking of the 50 amp hour model, this machine is made for the Explorer. All caps worthy, Explorer! Offering a range of up to 150 kilometers in normal conditions, you'll be able to explore Australia like never before. The ultra-wide footboard offers the comfort for long distance, and the hydraulic brakes, both front and rear, along with the specialised laser-cut disc brakes, increase your safety in sticky situations. And because Explorers don't stop when the sun goes down, the Pro Plus has twin headlights for exploring at night. Plus, did you know the Pro Plus also has accessories including a rear lockable storage pod? I mean, who wants to be carting around a backpack all day when you can throw your gear and a couple of drinks into a box on the back? And you know what the best part about this storage box is? The whole seat fits into the box. That means you can travel with your seat, and when your legs get tired, you simply add the seat and sit back and relax whilst you continue your journey. Also, can you believe this scooter has 13-inch wheels? Wow, that's going to give you some awesome clearance on the trails. But not only that, they are designed with a very high ply count, 6 ply in fact, meaning less punches and longer durability. And what if it begins raining whilst you're out exploring, you ask? Well, the Voltrium Pro Plus has an IPX4 rating, so there's no dramas if you're caught in the rain. Just don't go riding it through a car wash, okay? And what if you have an action-packed weekend planned? You're going to need to be able to recharge your scoot in a hurry. The team at Voltrium include a super fast charger as standard, meaning you'll have your scoot fully charged in about 4 hours. No more waiting overnight before you're on the trails again. So if you're an explorer at heart, and you're looking to upgrade or buy your very first scoot that's going to make the distance, with the option to both sit and stand on those long trips, then you'll certainly want to investigate the Voltrium Pro Plus further.
G'day Dave, how you going, mate?
Pete,
Hey, listen, welcome to your very first Scootmasters video review, mate.
Thank you very much.
You're our unofficial stunt pilot, and you gave the Voltrium Pro Plus a bit of a run for its money today, didn't you?
As I do, I love it.
I saw you out on the track, mate. You were certainly breaking some speed records, I've got to tell you.
Speed is my favourite thing, yes. I enjoyed that. It was great down the straight. Yeah, really good.
Mate, I noticed you were having a little bit of an issue with the twist throttle. It took you a little while to get used to that, yeah?
It's a two-part throttle, so the inner twists, but the outside is stable. So it took me a little while to finesse that, but around the tighter corners, I noticed it, but on those straights, it was certainly not a worry. Yeah.
So from the factory, they're set on soft start, so they do have a little bit of lag when you wind them open. You can adjust that, but you've got a very good Bluetooth app. Yeah. And you can go in and adjust a whole heap of settings. They're also from the factory set at 80%. So the scooter you were riding today was only set at 80%. But I don't think I'll ever change that. It's fast enough, isn't it?
Well, every scooter is different. I always go straight in and set it on 100 and go as hard as I can.
Go hard or go home, mate.
That's it, you know. And I think this one would go pretty hard on 100. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to try that.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, how did you find the suspension?
I certainly noticed the weight of the scooter. So it is a heavier scooter than I'm used to. So I noticed the weight when I was going over bumps, but in saying that, it didn't leave the ground at all. So when I was used to things maybe popping the front wheel, it was solid, just a cruise ship, going straight across grass, bumps, things
and
like
mate,
that. So it was pretty steady, if you know.
Is this your first mid-drive chain drive scooter that you've ever ridden?
Yes, yep. Haven't driven a chain scooter or a belt scooter. All
pretty impressive torque, aren't they?
Yes, great up a hill. I hit a grassy hill, and yeah, it was fun.
Something else I've noticed about this new 2022 model is that the chain drive is whisper quiet.
Yeah, it's, for that type of scooter, it is. It gives a nice little accelerator noise, I suppose. You know, when you give it a bit, it's like.
Now,
but
mate,
not over the top.
The deck on them is the size of a football field. How did you find that?
Well, for a while I was riding up like this, and then I realised I had plenty of room to spread out. So that was I relaxed into it, and it was. I love the deck space.
Yeah, they are.
And for a cruise ship type scooter that goes a long way, and that comfort level, I think it's certainly a great scooter. I can move around on it, change stance, stretch my back. I enjoy the deck space.
Got a range of 100 kilometres with the 50 amp hour battery. That one's a 50 amp hour. You can get them in a couple of different variants. You can get them in a 30. There's none of those in stock at the moment. A 45 and a 50. I would encourage you guys to look at the 50 amp hour scoot. Hey mate, we've got a discount code on those too, you know.
Yeah.
SM300 at checkout. You get a whopping $300 off. How many, mate?
300.
$300 off. We'll put the link down in the description for that. So mate, the particular road tyres that are on this one, I've never ridden tyres like it. The grip is absolutely sensational. Did you find that?
It was really great, yeah. Did some windy paths, and it was nice. It didn't feel, for the weight of the scooter, it was really good. But on the grass, when I went off as well, it was fun on the grass too.
Mate, so one thing that I'm noticing though, because it is a big high scooter, the actual step up off the ground to get onto the deck, that's quite a mission to get up onto it, isn't it?
I guess I didn't notice that, probably because of the deck space. I got that feeling for it. So I like the height of it, to be honest.
So are we going to give it a 4.5 out of 5?
I'll go with the 4.5. Yeah, for sure.
So, and I think that to me it might even be a 5 out of 5, mainly because of those hydraulic brakes.
The brakes are amazing.
Unbelievable.
If I bought that, I think I might change the throttle, or I might get used to it. But for me, the power, the deck space, the feel of the ride, it was your cruise ship ride.
And how solidly built are they?
Very solid. I think, it would be hard for me to break that, and I can break a lot of things.
And you can break them?
I can break
I've seen you break them.
Yeah. So testing that, I didn't break this one, no.
All right, so I'm going to give it 4.8 stars, mate. How about you?
I'll give it 4.5. I'll go with the 4.5. You said that, and it sat nicely with me, yep.
There you go. Get out and buy yourself one again. Don't forget to use that discount code. Now, the reason, and I know I bang on about this a lot, but the reason that we love the boys from Baltrium is because they look after our members, and their after-sales service is absolutely second to none. So if you, God forbid, have a warranty issue, there's never, ever any problem. I love these boys. You guys will love them too. All right, mate. What do you
Thanks,
reckon?
Pete. That was great.
Let's go to the pub and have a beer.
Let's do it.
Ski Masters! Woo!